Hi, it's Sylvester, and I talk a lot about mental illness here on this channel because I'm somebody who deals with mental illnesses. But something I don't think I've ever spoken about is the guilt that can come along with being mentally ill. Because when you're mentally ill, it doesn't just affect you, it also affects your loved ones, the people who care about you. Nobody wants to see their loved one be depressed or suffer with mental health problems. And so when I'm struggling with my mental health, I feel like I'm a burden on the people around me. And I try not to be. I try to mask my mental illnesses as well as I possibly can. But there's still a part of me that feels like I'm not doing a good enough job of masking, and like I am burdening the people who love me by not being where I should be in terms of my mental health. You know what I mean? Like today, I hung out with my mom and it was a lovely time. I had a wonderful time, as I always do when I hang out with my mom. But I'm left feeling guilty because I feel like I wasn't as happy as I could have been. I wasn't as talkative as I could have been. I just was kind of depressed. And it also makes me feel guilty because it's like I have so much to be grateful for. I have so much to be thankful for. I have so much about my life that I appreciate. And to be depressed makes it seem like I'm not appreciative of the good things in my life. Like, I'm very, very grateful to have a mom who loves me and to be able to see her on a regular basis. It's a privilege and an honor. And I love seeing my mom more than anything. She's my best friend. But again, on days like today, when my mental health just isn't great, it's hard to be fun to be around because I just am not feeling great. And I don't want this to come across as if it's like personal, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want her to have her feelings hurt because I'm not in a great mood. And, at least I wasn't angry today. I'm grateful for that. I've been rather irritable recently, and I've been dealing with anger a lot recently, and so I did a good job of not being super irritable around my mom, but I was still a little bit irritable. I was still like a little bit not entirely in the mood to laugh and joke and have fun. And it just kind of feels like it brings down the mood when you're depressed and you're doing something social and you're just not bringing your A game, you know what I mean? And so again, I feel guilty, like my mental health is a burden on the people around me, and like I don't have the right to be depressed because my life is good, like I'm very, very privileged. I'm very, very grateful for the things that I have, and my life is absolutely uh I mean, it could be better. My life definitely could be better, but it certainly also could be much, much, much worse. And so to be depressed, like I've been told through so much of my life by society that depression is just a bad attitude, that being depressed was a personal problem, that it was just an attitude problem. And that's absolutely not the case. Just because I'm depressed doesn't mean I don't appreciate my life, doesn't mean I don't appreciate the people in my life and the things in my life. I am very, very grateful for everything that I have. I am. But I'm still also clinically depressed. And those two things don't cancel each other out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so I'm trying to give myself grace. I'm trying to be kind to myself and remember that it's not my fault that I struggle with depression. And especially around this time of year, this is a hard time of year for a lot of people. And it's not my fault that my depression is acting up. And I am planning on talking to my doctor, by the way, next time I see him. I see him in January, and I'm going to talk to him about getting more antipsychotics, or sorry, not antipsychotics, antidepressants, getting a higher dose of my antidepressants. But until then, I just have to kind of put up with the fact that I'm feeling depressed. And yeah, it sucks. And I feel guilty about it because I feel like I am not, like I just feel like I'm not good enough because I'm depressed. And yeah, I guess that's all I really had to say. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.